We missed twice. Never miss twice.
And if you do, what do you do?
Get back on again and
Get
try
back
again.
on the horse. So technically, what we're going to call this one it's technically day 6.
Is it?
It's technically day 6. But, okay, technically day 6. We did up day 1, 2, and 3. That means we missed 4 and 5. So we've got to kind of bring it back up to date with what we've done. Day 4 was quite a busy one, hence why we didn't do it. But I suppose on that shout, it was because it was a busy one, but it just shows that others are going to go through the same thing where you don't make the time and you need to make the time. We need to make the time, and we're still just working through that process of development. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be like, okay, get back on track. It's okay, get back on track. So here we go, day 4.
Right. So we've had how many meetings since then? We need to update on 2 meetings.
Two or three meetings. 2 of them were with partners, and another one was football academies, a bit of a meet as well.
Oh, technically, yeah, football. Okay. Yeah. So let's start with that because that was the first day we missed, right?
Yes.
That was the day we missed.
We didn't get home till like 12 o'clock at night, and then we ended up going and just,
yeah. So tell us about the football.
That was very cool. So we ended up played a game with Palm City, who were the UAE Division 2 winners, and they also won the FA Cup this year as well, which is very cool. They had a bit of a social game, what we thought was social. I haven't played football in 12 years, or maybe more, and then literally, we're talking about some pro players.
There was Premier League players from this season playing in that game, right? There were players from the UAE Professional League playing in that game. It was a high level of caliber.
No, Granty boy.
And then there was you, and then luckily for me, I didn't have the right footwear, so I didn't take part. But that would have been interesting. But yeah, so it was a really interesting,
like a charity match in a way.
Yeah, it was like an exhibition match basically that was put on by Palm City here in Dubai, and it was interesting just to see and be in that environment and kind of see, again a wide demographic of people. We had ex-players, we had current players, you had coaches, you had all sorts of people there.
Yeah, it's very, very cool to be a part of. So that was a late one, and that was a human as well. That was on that night. We've been very fortunate, something that stood out for us, I suppose, day 4 and 5, is that we've now met with with Fine for People, it's fitness, wellness, sports, and adventure. We've ticked off 3 of those. We haven't met up with the sports club yet, but we're going to. But just from those 3, to go back on that, I suppose, it's that connections with people one-to-one never will outdo, in my opinion anyway, the online side of things. Just the way, the characteristics, the mannerisms, the eye contact, the connection you have with people one-on-one is just so much faster and better. And then on that note, being able to we talked about Controlology earlier, we met Alioth CrossFit Box, we met with Extreme Water Sports, and they've got various services, and it's been a great learning as much as a introductory to FFP. And I suppose if we talk about lessons and we talk about barriers, the first lesson I learned is that you've got to put down your guard as far as don't assume you know everything. Have an empty cup. Go in with an empty cup, ask questions, be the one that wants to learn, and that's what we are doing. And so that biggest learning is, it's just, I suppose when you hear it online, you people to talk about it, but until you start actioning it yourself, it doesn't really sink in.
No.
It's a realization, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think the good thing about seeing all those kind of different providers from different parts of
Emirates Salt.
The Emirates Salt at the moment, not a health, wouldn't count in the healthy active lifestyle department, but the food tastes good. The interesting thing for me was just seeing the different problems that they all face. But then they also all face the same problems as well, right? Mm-hmm. So there are nuances with every type of activity and provider, but then at the same time there's a lot of commonality. And I guess without getting too philosophical about it, but it's true about life, isn't it, right? We all think that we're all isolated, we have our own problems, but actually we all are suffering from the same things, we're all experiencing similar things. And
why am I the only one that goes through this? Well, actually you're not.
And we're not. And I think that's really interesting from that thing. And just to touch on what you said about the in-person, if anyone here is follows me on any of my online platforms, I talk about this a lot, right? Just being in the room with people. You'll see me in the last few weeks. I've been at so many different events, and it's just for that reason, because you could just get so much more from body language, shaking someone's hand, giving someone a hug, or whatever that might be.
Oh, Magic's handshake, do you remember?
Oh gosh, yeah, things like that. You're like, okay, this guy's got a strong handshake,
Memorable right there.
But then even, and without, obviously I can't say too much, but without just the conversation we had in the car park at the end, that wouldn't, the event was over, but we were chatting in the car park, and hopefully that's going to lead to something which is going to be really big for us. And that wouldn't, online meeting, press end, done.
If you didn't ask the right questions, and then probe the right, totally.
Yeah, so we hang out, we stayed around for a bit, we were just mingling with the people that were there, we got talking, and then hopefully that's going to lead to something. And as we were standing there in that car park, that was going through my head. I was like,
really?
yeah, there's like, this is exactly why you go to events. This is exactly why you say yes to things, to be in person, because you never know what opportunities are going to arise, right?
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the full picture, is that it was supposed to be in another destination like an hour and a half away, and I was like tired I need a couple of hours sleep, and I was like, I don't want to go. I was like,
we were both pretty tired, let's be honest.
Tired as well. I was trying to tell Sanj that he would coax me or say, yeah, I want to go see. But those are the moments that you got to be grateful for, especially when you got support. Is that you never know, so make the effort to go get it done. Videos right now, like even us doing a video, you never know who's going to see it. 1,000, 1 million. Does it make a difference? No, because it needs to take one person to have a look and go like, oh, actually, I want to connect, I want to catch up, type of thing. Got a little bit off track here, little divergence. Yeah. How do we get back on track?
So that was the football. Was that the day we saw Ali off? I can't remember. No, that was the day after, wasn't it? See, I lost my bearing. No, yesterday was the day after the football. So we saw Ali off.
The day before. Day four.
Yeah. Just the football, right? Because that was
our memory's obviously so super great.
There's so much going on, guys. That's why. But I know that because that was the day I had my adventure in Alcoz, where I had to the car broke down.
Yes,
I mean, go and check out my Instagram if you want to see that what happened there. But yeah, so that was let's talk about Alioth then. So we went to see the CrossFit box.
Yes, great space. I've been known it for a while. It's developed and growing, and I suppose one of the learnings. This is what this is about, right? Learning barriers. So, people don't like change. That's one of the first things that I've accepted for a while. And so, going into a space that has their ways, their audiences, is something you've got to have in your mind, at the forefront of your mind. We picked this up in a few meetings alone. Is that ask the questions and be prepared to listen. And so, don't go in there with assumptions or pre-thinking, no, this is what they're thinking, this is what they're doing. So, yeah, really good talk. Grateful for the time, and it's also part for us, when we had this chat, it was how to adapt it from, one was a reformer Pilates class, the next one is a CrossFit gym. Different wants, different needs, well, so we thought, or different audience. So by asking the right questions, we got answers that actually led to finding out, they've got very similar problems when it comes to people coming through the door, who's the target demographic exactly, specifically, how do you diversify from an operational point of view. Obviously we're not going to go into those details, but it's really interesting to have those conversations and to understand our audience, our partners.
Yeah, and I think you said this on the first or the second video, that it's becoming even more clearer that who our target audience is, our target demographic, which we already knew, but by talking to these providers, it's made it even more crystal clear that this is exactly what we want to do, what we want to go after, because of the problems that they're having with bargain hunters, people that want discounts, and all of those things. They're all saying that, right? We're tired of giving out discounts, and people come through the door, then they don't come back. And I think that's making our I call it the ICP, your ideal client profile, or ideal client avatar, some people say, making it really crystal clear.
The selling point.
Yeah.
So it was a great meeting from that point of view to go through that learning, and it actually led to the development, because we have a basic content management system, and then all of a sudden, good feedback. You know what? There's I don't know if I can say this one actually.
Don't say
I can. No. they're going to leave someone else, a software provider, and potentially we could jump in there and be that supplier for them. And what they said about it wasn't even to do with the functionality or the look or the UX, the UI. It was literally to do with the customer support.
Yeah.
Which comes, I think, it's just when it comes to any brand, any business,
It's number one. Keep your customer happy.
Talk to them.
Keep your customer. Keep your customer. If your customers are complaining about something, it's not because they're complainy, moany people. It's because they're having a problem with something that you're offering, and listen to them, get that feedback. I mean, and a lot of companies do this. We've all you guys watching, you've all probably had feedback messages and text messages.
Massively,
It may be annoying from your perspective. Oh, I keep getting this message, but it's really valuable to that provider that you give them the feedback, whether it's positive or negative. And I've actually had some really good experiences recently where I've actually given feedback, and the owner of that business has called me or messaged me and said, "Hey, I got your feedback. I'd love to jump on a call with you to talk about it more." And being someone who's trying to create something as well, I was like, "Yeah, I'll happily jump on a call with you and give you warts and all, because I know how valuable that would be to me."
Massively.
Right? So I think that's a really good point. So yeah, that was interesting.
Empty cup.
Yeah. So as a result of some of these meetings, we've also, I mean, you've talk more about this, but we've actually made lots of enhancements to features and processes, the flow and the process and the back end and things and the UI and just all of these things. And this is all coming from, again, just being in the room, meeting these people, showing them the product, giving it to them. And that's the other thing I'm waiting for is everyone we've seen so far has said yes. Let me try it. Let me try it out at least. And off the back of them trying it out, we've said, look, get in touch, let us know, give us warts and all, everything that you like and don't like about the system, and we'll change it. And then that's exactly what we'll be doing. So that's been huge, I think, for us.
When it comes down to that too, when you talk about, that's the biggest thing. Like, so when we first started, it was like, yeah, the functions are there, but the bigger realization or the real world is that actually it's more about the experience. People, there's a very common theme, ease of use. Like literally intuition, like how you feel it should work is important. Now, it's not going to suit everybody, but it's one of the biggest things, especially from a software platform. Then speed. How quickly can I get this done? Can I fill out a form, like less number of clicks, for example, or is the options there that are available for me? Like, how easy and fast is it to be able to upload a form, or to be able to sign up, or to be able to check in?
Yeah.
And honestly, it's everything. It's everything. Those two main things, backed on with the software, but then having the support factor in there, those three things, those are your three jewels, I suppose, are becoming more and more. So what it's led to is, it's not about a big functionality, it's just making sure that functionality is easier and faster, from both the partner uploading to a person searching, to someone else booking, to be able to manage their booking as well. All those little bits and pieces. It's a massive rabbit hole, to be honest, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. And then today is Saturday. Yes, Saturday's the first day of the weekend. I still get confused. I still keep thinking the weekend's here on Friday and Saturday.
So it is. I just had a look.
Yeah. Saturday's changed now. Saturday, Sunday. So today's Saturday, and we had a meeting this morning, which was postponed from yesterday actually. So we had it today, and that was again with a different type of provider. Right, this was an adventure. It comes under the adventure category, I guess.
100%.
And so we had a meeting with them. From my perspective, it was the best. I mean, it was the most positive meet. They were all positive. Like none of the meetings were like, we were marched out of the building. But
you can rank them and rate them.
But this one for me was like the most positive in the sense of that they were really keen. They were really interested. They asked some really good questions. He really tried to understand the entire ecosystem, right? He looked at it from the point of view from the provider, he looked at it from the point of view from the people who are buying the passport, and the user experience as well, and he was really inquisitive from that perspective.
Is that because we're better at explaining it now, or is that because all the learning is taken from before?
Definitely, as I said this to you in the car, right? We definitely got better at kind of answering those common questions that we've seen people have.
Directly.
Yeah, we're more directly, more succinct. So yes, I do think there's partly to do with that, but also I think maybe just their understanding of the pain points, right? The understanding of where they're getting pain points, and they can see from what we were showing them. I could kind of see it in his head as he was watching it, like the cogs turning and going, okay, I can see how this can solve a problem for me. And I think that was really, really interesting as well. And yeah, I just thought it was a really positive meeting. I think there's a lot that's going to come off the back of their feedback as well.
Yeah, massively. The okay, so lessons, barriers, or workarounds we have to look at. A lesson for you over the last couple of days, 2 or 3 days, day 4, 5, 6. We're halfway through 6. It's only 12 o'clock. Might have to do another video later on. Maybe do it live.
A lesson for me. We've already addressed this, but we kind of just being better. Just delivering shortening the pitch. I think that first meeting, or one of the meetings I think we had, there's quite a lot here. There's a lot of overwhelm, right?
Well, that was because the very first one was like it was
just showed them everything, right?
It was the first time doing it,
right?
And it was like, where exactly to start? So yeah.
Yeah. So we learned from that, and that was a lesson, and we've made it succinct. And the second meeting that got better, and I think in this meeting, another reason it was probably I felt like it was one of the better meetings is because we got a lot better at delivering that and not overwhelming them with features. There's probably a lot of things that we didn't talk about today, but I was kind of waiting to see if they would ask the question, and then we could kind of address that. And it's better that they actually get the product in their hands, and then they try it out, and then we can go through this feature. So that was a huge learning, which we've already addressed. So that's probably my biggest lesson. How about you?
Good question. I think it's a very good question because I just learned it's just so many different lessons to learn. Actually, the process. It's the process. Love the process, and this is the biggest lesson I've probably learned in the last few days. Starting to have the meetings, it's further development. It's the process you got to be in love with. So it is the learning, and I think it's just one of those things. It's been put together, and you think, oh, I'm done. Okay, here you go. But it's like a race. That's how I like look at it. So you're the person who just wants to get to the end and it's done. Okay, tick. Or you're the person who enjoys the run. Now, the person who enjoys running will always run further than the person who just wants to get to the end. They get to the end, they're done, they're over, right? And right now, it's that biggest learning is the process is the most enjoyable thing. That's what I've learned. It's literally, this doesn't end. There's always going to be development. There's always going to be new learning. There's always going to be new people. There's going to be people say yes. There's going to be people saying no. Just the learning or the acceptance, I suppose, is that. Yeah, I just want to love this process. I love going to meet people and talking about this concept, this idea, what we're launching.
Yeah.
I love the whole fact of being able to just discover new things, new activities.
I could tell today you got really quite boosted and excited by his enthusiasm for it, right? Because he was like, he made some really positive comments, and it's nice. It's that validation, and then we all seek validation. We all seek validation, no matter what you say. Right? We all kind of seek it in some form, and even if it's a good thing or a bad thing, that's for another video. But that's quite nice. It's quite
amazing
because you put so much. And any founder out there will know you put so much into what you're doing and you're building, and
it's an idea, right? It's an idea. It's only an idea that people may or may not like.
And it's blood, sweat, it's blood, sweat, and tears. I got home after midnight last night. And you were on your laptop in bed, still working, still there. And I knew you would be. I was coming up the lift. I was out with some friends. I haven't seen it for a while, and I was like, it's like after midnight. I bet he's up. I knew you were, but that's my point, right? So to get that validation, I think it's nice.
It's the process, it's the passion. I want it to be great for people to see and to be able to we put a little bit in their hands, and they'll put a little bit more in their hands. It's just it's sick. So
awesome.
That's a good learning. The next thing I want to apply is this is completely another shift. Is to say stop. It's no good putting together a platform if you're not going to live life.
Right.
So, that's my biggest work I need to work on. I need to think of look, it's okay. You can do that a little bit later on. It's okay to do it tomorrow or something else like that, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be done now. Don't because I have a very hyper focused brain where it goes it's on.
Having been here 6 days, I think that's what my biggest feedback for you is. Just take a break. It's great that your passion is amazing and you're really living and breathing it. But give yourself that little kind of breathing your head space just to kind of okay, I'm gonna. Weekend, whatever, go and do something fun. We're here today, we're just having a coffee in Salt, we're out by the beach, and just give yourself that space.
Time out, massively. It's good feedback.
Yeah.
It's even funny. I identify, but I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Well, we're kind of now.
Exactly. Yeah, we're doing it now. Although we're recording, and this is the job as well. So
Part of the process, I suppose.
these videos are getting longer and longer. 20 minutes now. So let's wrap this one up. So
Okay. Do a quick summary.
what we got coming up? Is there anything in the horizon? I don't know. I'm genuinely asking. It's Saturday today, Sunday tomorrow.
To be honest, like there's more meetings, there's more learnings, there's actually more people talking to it. It's this stuff like that now. It's like you start to try and push the car,
Right.
and it's so hard to get momentum and movement. But even it's only been a few meetings, it's starting to momentum. So there's going to be more meetings next week. There's going to be more activities to go towards. There's going to be less of the heavy work around development and more on the engaging with like the reach out side of things.
Yeah.
So
From my perspective, I'm actually feeling more excited about having more meetings because of the way that the ones have gone so far, and I feel like it's. The first one for me, I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to go, and now I kind of have a very good, clear idea of the kind of the structure of it and how to, as I said, address what the services are and how to kind of address the pain points. So I'm looking forward to having more of these discussions and seeing where we get.
I'm looking forward to the first disagreement. I'm looking for like, when are they going to be like, no, this is stupid. Okay, I'm not going to think.
Cool. Yeah. Why? Let's learn from that. So let's see when how long it takes for that to come.
Yeah, literally.
Awesome.
Hopefully we do another video tomorrow and stay back on track. We get back on track. How's that? Boom.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right.